Welcome back, Smart Movers. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Lindsay Stanton, the president and board member of Digi-Me, a video technology company for talent acquisition. Digi-Me helps organizations add a new dimension to their job and employment brand messaging. In her time with the company, Lindsay has facilitated relationships with many partners, including the largest recruiting advertising agencies, global recruiting process outsources, and staffing firms. We are honored to have her here in this interview. We will discuss about her story, life story, journey, success stories, and we will learn a lot from her. Most welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for your time, and we appreciate your presence here. So, can you tell us about your story, from where you start and how long you go?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've actually been around since 2008, and it definitely has been a journey. Now we have global patents around our solution, and it's very much an online, socially and mobilely enabled jobs in video product. So we represent companies in a digital format in a variety of ways at the job level, company culture, employment brand messaging, even helping them with challenges around ghosting through video. But back in the day, when we first launched in 2008, we actually had a strategic relationship with Comcast at the time, and it was videos of position openings on television. So we had a television presence in pretty much every major market. We were very closely aligned with Comcast Xfinity. But in 2012, we really shifted the focus of the organization to more technology. We, at that point, started to really build out what it would be like to have detailed tracking behind video. We have built out since then a very robust tracking model that's pretty much unmatched. Companies use us from a data perspective to really understand candidate behavior. Because obviously, I liken it to the video's a better car or vehicle to get you where you want to go, but the data behind the scenes, because of the portability of the video, is really what is the game changer for our clients and our partners, because they can see user behavior, like even down to a social group level, Twitter hashtag level, or X if you want to call it now. But they can see very detailed behavior from the user, and that helps them to be strategic in where, when, and how they're posting their jobs out. And since the video goes along for the ride, typically within the ATS, it's showing them everything that they're doing. So both strategically, what they've implemented and purchased on their side, but then ultimately organically what the candidate's doing. So that was a long-winded answer, but we've had a lot of stops along the way where we've increased our technology and boosted the patent. We're very proud of the patent. As you probably are well aware, they're very hard to come by in the HR tech space, and having one globally around our process is very exciting for us. And I think it is for our customers as well, because it shows our investment in best-in-class tech.
Great. Thank you very much. I have a lot of good questions for you.
Okay.
So what inspired you to start working in this field specifically?
Yeah, so that's a big question. My husband actually was the first one who came on board. A couple guys that we used to work with, he and I met working together, and we had a big program in the sporting goods industry. He transitioned out of that and then ended up in executive coaching and development. And in that role, he met some he re-met some guys that we had worked with previously in the sporting goods industry, who were trying to get this concept of jobs on TV off the ground. And it quickly became him doing everything because he has an extensive marketing and sales background. And then behind the scenes, I was helping as well. So we were both working other gigs at the time and trying to help build this. We knew we wanted to, at the time, we were kind of had a brief period where we weren't working together, and we knew the goal would be to get back to that. So we both kind of were working on it on the side for about 6 months. And then I came on board, and we really made it a company at that point, and brought on some amazing talent, and obviously, have, progressed over the years. But what excites me the most about the business, and always has, is the opportunity to connect with people in such a better way. I mean, if you look at other industries, like if you look at marketing, if you look at real estate, like you get to try before you buy, essentially, So like with real estate, you can go on a very detailed tour of a house without ever seeing it. Matter of fact, I bought my house sight unseen. So, I mean, you can really feel like if it's going to be a good fit for you. And it's always been very appealing to me to offer that same level of knowledge and intuitive insight to candidates on the job side. So I love the fact that we are totally vendor agnostic. We can partner with pretty much anybody in the space, which is very unique. There's just a lot of opportunities to kind of strategically align with a lot of organizations. So that excites me, and the tech and the data, obviously, too. I like totally geek out over when I see where our clients were with like SEO and social presence before engaging with us, and then organically the growth that they see after they engage with us.
I really like the name, the Digi-Me.
Thank you. I actually came up with the name.
You choose that? What is the reason?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah.
How do you elaborate Digi-Me, if you just explain it a bit?
Yeah, so I just thought it really represented the digital you, the idea of the digital you. So the digital you from the employer perspective, and then the digital you from the candidate perspective. So the Digi-Me.
Okay, so in Digi-Me, you are creating videos. I mean, it is a kind of video biography, video application, and then you are sharing with the clients.
Yeah, so we are on the client side. So we'll take their text job ad and we convert it into a video. And we've got 2 processes to do that. So when we're working with like an enterprise company, we'll typically work with their brand assets and, legal and all those things to make sure that it complies with exactly how they want their messaging. And with that process, it's very customized. We have a full-scale creative and production team on staff. So we make it super turnkey for the client. Literally all they have to do is say, here's a Dropbox of assets, and here's our job descriptions, and our team does the rest. They just are approving it along the way. And then we also actually have a fully automated solution that we typically use for staffing clients and our partners in the job board industry. And that literally is a feed that's set up where, let's say, you're a small company and you want to buy a posting on one of our board partners. When you buy the posting, you can add a video enhancement to drive up your SEO, your social, and your candidate engagement. And when they purchase the video, we get a feed saying, twice a day saying, okay, this person wants to add a video onto their order, and our system automatically generates a video. Now, it's way less custom, but it still has the same increases like with SEO and sharing. So it's interesting. The candidate behavior is actually very similar. The uptick, the lift is just as high with the less customized content as it is with the highly customized content. So people tend to get a little bogged down in like production, and that's definitely the least important piece. It's interesting. You can see from the data.
Yeah. So if I want to buy your services, so what is exactly the procedure and how much it will cost me?
Well, it depends. I mean, you can get a single video for $350. So it's super low barrier of entry. Most of our clients are on packages with us where they've got X amount of videos that they can rotate on a regular basis. A lot of our clients have high volume jobs, like might have truck driver positions, warehouse workers, or if they're hiring, if it's like an IT firm and they're hiring for volume engineering roles all over the world. We do service our clients globally. So on a one-off, you could, buy a video for $350, but you could also buy a package with us where you can be, kind of more comprehensively representing your jobs and your brand.
What does the package look like?
Totally depends on the size of the customer. I mean, it could be anywhere from, $3,000 a month to, upwards from that, depending on the volume.
And this is 6 months or 1 year, or for how long?
Yeah, so clients can do a 3-month pilot with us. We find a lot of organizations like to do that because then they get to see the data and the results, and then they'll typically move into an annual agreement with us. Obviously, some clients they need that extra lift and differentiation from a brand perspective, and they'll go all in and buy an annual package out of the gate. But they do have the option to do a pilot.
So how long it will take you to create a video?
Yeah, great question. So if we're doing fully custom, it's usually about a week and a half. That's largely dependent on the client approvals along the way. Our team is pretty fast and nimble, which is why we're able to work with staffing and RPO. But on the automated side, which we call Digi-Me, that's the one I was describing where we get the feed. Those are up and running in 24 to 48 hours. So very, very fast. And once we build a video for a client, like let's say we build a call center role for a client and they've got new hiring markets they want to fill that job in, we can recreate the video for those hiring markets literally in minutes with the dashboard that we have. So
you develop script?
We do, yes.
Okay. You do the voiceover?
We do, yes.
And also you find actors, people to act in the video?
So it's representing the company. So we're usually integrating, brand images, video content of employees doing certain job functions. If the client doesn't have much content that they want to use, because some of our clients will literally give us a written job description and a logo and be like, here, we can do that. That's not a problem. We have a robust library of content of people performing those job functions. So the core video itself is like people in those job functions and environment. And then the voiceover is representing the position opening, which we can do in any language.
You talk about the job. So what type of jobs perform well, specifically in your industry?
It is really all over the board. That's probably one of the questions we get asked the most. I would say probably about 60-ish% of the jobs we represent are repeatable roles, but they're all over the board. I mean, it could be, a house cleaner for hospitality. It could be a warehouse worker. It could be, a driver. But then we also handle a lot of white collar professional roles for our clients as well, because if you think about it, back to your question about cost, if you can pay, $350 for a video and it helps you reach new pockets of talent where you don't have to engage, a recruiting firm to find a person for you, that's a huge cost savings. So we end up all over the board. The big difference, we hire for all positions for our clients, but the big difference is what social sites the candidates are coming from as a result of the position level and type. And that data looks very different for an hourly role versus, a full-time, more mid to senior level position.
So if you talk about the social media engagement, how does the social media traffic comes?
Yeah, great question. So the video player itself that we've patented actually has 2 important calls to action on the video itself. So when it gets, shared out virally, then we're able to track all the behavior. There's an apply button, which links back typically to the client ATS, but they can pick where they want it to go. And then there's a social share button that allows the candidates to spread the word. And that social share button, that organic social behavior actually drives about 60% of the applicant flow our clients see. So it's very significant.
Yeah, and I do also have this experience, and I see lots of people are using the stock images, pictures from here, there. What is your recommendation based on the engagement rule? Is it good to have our own materials, or it's okay to have the stock footage?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've had the ability to do some amazing side-by-side comparisons of campaigns that are highly, personalized from a brand perspective, and then ones that are through our automated system. And at the end of the day, I think the candidates just want to consume video content. So they're far less concerned with the imagery. I know like the clients typically will get fixated on like the imagery and all that stuff. Having like a Steven Spielberg level production, like that is definitely, the data is showing us that's the least important piece. So just having a 30 to 60-second portable video that candidates can share and engage with is definitely the priority. We see just as high response rates regardless if the client's using stock or not. If they have content that they've invested in, certainly we could, happy to integrate it. And it's always great to integrate it if we can, but they don't need to. And the other piece to that, I would say, is we can help clients, like if they want to have like a person on site, interviewed as part of their video job description, we can help make recommendations on, how to capture that footage and get the best quality, even just from a phone, and then integrate that into the professional video, because that mixed media approach is definitely very attractive to candidates and they engage very well. So.
Thank you very much. So the other question, what do you think about other staffing agencies? They are your competitors, alliance? Do you work with them? How it works?
Yeah, we work with them. So we are super vendor agnostic and we partner with pretty much everybody, staffing firms, ATSs, CRM tools, agencies. We work with them all because they can integrate our tool into kind of their tool belt of strategies, because the videos can literally be copied and pasted into any platform. So if they're using programmatic advertising, if they're using databases, obviously the videos get much higher click-through and conversion rates than if they're sending a text job out. Plus they get a better quality candidate. So we typically partner really well with staffing because candidates learn and retain 70% more when they watch the video ad versus, I always say versus reading, because I feel like people don't read stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, staffing is honestly the perfect client for us.
Okay, great. I'm glad that recently the AI revolution changed a lot of things. Artificial intelligence, especially like ChatGPT, Google Bot, Microsoft Bing. How it help you in your business to grow?
Yeah, that's a great question and such a hot topic right now, right? So we and back to your question about staffing, we have actually typically partnered through linkage with chat and AI function. So with some of our RPO and staffing clients who have integrated multiple layers of technology into the solution that they've built, instead of just having, for example, the apply button on our video link directly to the client ATS for the application, we'll do kind of a stop along the way with AI technology integrated in the middle. So the candidate might be answering knockout questions, and then if they pass those knockout questions through the AI, then they'll get rerouted to the ATS to complete the application process. So it's a really good fit with our solution because the video gets better engagement on the front end. And then the AI and chat functions help maintain that quality of candidate throughout the process. And they partner really nicely together. We've also done where, in addition to the video jobs, we do videos around, they're essentially anti-ghosting. They're helping the candidate understand what's going to happen, because in the HR space, we typically take for granted that the candidates have no idea that it's going to take, 2 to 3 weeks for somebody to even look at their resume, for example. So enabling the client to educate the candidate on the front end of what that's going to look like. And so we call them candidate expectation videos, but we've partnered with AI and chat function where that video gets sent to the person as part of the engagement in the chat, which works well too.
That is great. Thank you very much for the information. It is very useful information. So in my channel, I persuade people to start their own business, be your own boss. And I'm the co-author of Your Own Boss book. I already work a lot for other businesses. Then I start my own business. I really enjoy when I work for my own business. So I have a couple of questions. For how long you are in this business?
Yeah, so I mean, since 2008, so what, I'm going on like 14 years now.
14 years.
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself in the business? Do you enjoy?
Oh, I love it. Super passionate about it. Yes.
Yeah, is your business growing?
Yes. Yeah. And I think, because we do work with multiple types of businesses and like the integrations that we can do and provide to our clients, it allows us for multiple opportunities for growth paths.
So what is your recommendation for other startups, especially for those people who would like to start their own business? I see lots of people, they feel in the ideation process. When they come and they see, they got that frustration. So what is your recommendation?
I have a couple. I would say number one, trust your intuition. Just because somebody else did something a certain way doesn't mean it's going to be the right way for your business. So listen to your intuition, trust your intuition, and don't be too controlled or influenced by outside forces. So that's definitely number one. And then I would also say, I think another trap that people get caught up into when they're starting a business is thinking they can be all things to all people. You're better off to be, successfully kind of niched down at first and then expand out later. Do one thing really, really well, get a reputation, get known for that, and then expand from there. Don't try to service too many things at once because it causes problems.
You point on a very good issue. Don't start with many things. Focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Lots of people who come to me, they say that I have a lot of ideas and I would like to start working on this, on this, on that, on that. And I'm telling them that please start the one that you love the most, or you can do it better than other people.
Yes, exactly.
You have to be the best one, or you have to be the only one.
Yes.
Do something that you're the best one in the market. Or you can be the best one because of your capacity, your resources, or choose something that you can be the only one in this market. If you are the only one, then you can be very successful. I really appreciate that one because you have experience and you come up with this recommendation. Start with one thing and then go further.
Yeah.
First earn $1,000, then $10,000, then $1 million, then go like this. So how do you see the future of video technology, especially in the talent acquisition industry?
Yeah, great question. I think, we've only just scratched the surface and, it's still such a small percentage of the global jobs that are represented in video. So there's so much enormous opportunity for growth. And I do think that eventually companies and whether they're, direct enterprise companies or staffing firms, they're going to be building out technology stacks in a very specific way that let them layer in different solutions in a really meaningful way. Like, I think that's something that's really not being done that much right now. And I think that's going to be the future where video is going to layer in at all different points to maintain consistency and engagement throughout the process. So that's what I see.
Thank you very much. It was such a nice meeting you. Thanks for the nice information and thank you very much for your time. So if you have any final message, please. Otherwise, I'm done with my questions.
Oh, well, thank you. I would just say, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, and if you've got further questions, and then also, if you go to our website, digi-me.com, we actually have an e-commerce section where somebody can buy a single video. So if they're interested in testing out the solution, if they're in growth mode, it's a great tool to help them find the best talent. So, and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate the interview.
You're welcome. We might approach you for our job fair. And as you know, we also have a staffing agency. We also promote other staffing agencies. I really like the idea that you have in the way you work, Digi-Me. It inspired me to approach you and have a short discussion. I'm sure the audience will also love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.